How goes it, YouTube? Today is Tuesday for me, but happy whatever day it is that you're watching this. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to this video. Okay, in today's video, you guys, we're going to be looking at the top 10 dumbest criminals. Now, that are caught on camera. So, let's see what these dumb criminals have for us, because, you know, some of these are probably the ones that turn themselves in and say, I did it, or they said they didn't do it, and then when they come up to it, they snitch on themselves. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see what these dumb criminals do. Let's see how they get past this. Or they're like, with, you know how little kids, you know how they cover their faces and do peekaboo? Maybe that's how these criminals are. They throw something up and say, you can't see me, when it's a clear sheet. You can clearly see their face. We're going to see. We're going to see what these videos have for us, all right?
As we all know, it's essential when stealing an ATM machine to make sure that you take your chain in your pickup truck. So, when a guy from Queensland, Australia decided to do just that, he had all the necessary equipment. Like any good citizen, he tied his chain to the rear of his stolen truck and made his merry way to innocently rob the ATM machine from a gas station. He turned up at the store, smashed his way through the glass door with the help of his trusty hammer, and made his way inside. He tied his chain to the ATM machine, and then it was simply time to go home and count his earnings. What the man didn't realize was that his chain had come unhooked and his vehicle wasn't connected to the machine. As a result, he drove away without any earnings.
He went right by it and picked something up next to it.
A few minutes later, he logically returned to the scene of the crime in a bold attempt to try again. It was then that he realized his chain was too short, so he left the scene without a cent, cashless, brainless, and profitless. After completing a successful bank robbery, it's of course imperative to brag about your success on YouTube. When 19-year-old Nebraskan Hannah Sabata stole a car, held up a bank at gunpoint, and made her getaway with $6,000, she decided to advertise her feat in a bizarre online video. But it wasn't enough to be pragmatic about it. So, inspired by the creative hijinks of songsmith Bob Dylan, she did so wordlessly, artfully holding up handwritten signs in front of the camera. These signs spelled out the details of her crime, her feelings, and her intentions of how to spend the money. The video also sees her fanning herself with a wad of cash, pretending to smoke a cigar, and holding up the keys to the stolen vehicle. In the footage, she describes the robbery as the best day of her life.
Dumb as nails. Dumb as nails.
Strangely, despite her dedication to remaining clandestine, the police somehow managed to discover the perpetrator of the crime, and she was swiftly arrested and charged. Hannah Sabata will spend between 10 and 20 years behind bars.
Dumb as nails.
Gloves? Check. Bandanas? Check. Gun? Oh yeah. Foolproof plan? Nope. But 3 out of 4 ain't bad. CCTV footage from a London alleyway shows two men chatting while they slowly don what they must believe to be the very best in robbery fashion. Unfortunately for them, they are blissfully ignorant of the CCTV camera right beside them, clearly capturing every detail of their stupid faces.
Dumb as nails. You could get dressed in the back, really. It's really clear, too.
The would-be robbers then leave the alleyway, gun in hand, ready to rob their victim at gunpoint. Slightly out of shot, they approach the man, who is believed to have been targeted for his expensive and flashy car. When the potential victim runs away to alert police, the brave and noble robbers also run from the scene. Who knows what the pair were expecting? Maybe they were anticipating a smoother transaction. Cell phones are expensive, cell phone contracts are expensive, but we all need a cell phone. So one cheeky chancer decided to try his hand at a brand new money-saving tactic in order to save some cash and still receive his daily Instagram fix. After casually wandering around a phone store for a little while, it was time for the plan to be put into place. Our thief in the making took some initiative, grabbed his favorite handset, and made a dash for the door. But as we all know, cell phones are attached to their display tables by retractable cords, so after a few steps, the phone flies out of his hand and lands on the floor. Judging by the CCTV footage, the man was too embarrassed to make a quick getaway. When the bemused store assistant enters the frame, the crappy crook looks bashful and ashamed. He then casually wanders out of the store. Back to the Nokia 3210 for this guy. At least it has Snake.
Wow. Been funny people that fell though.
Some people steal money, some people steal cars, some people steal diamonds, and some people steal sausages. In 2014, CCTV caught Ricardo Cardona as he spent 20 minutes trying to break through the front door of his favorite local meat store, clearly in a desperate frenzy to appease his drunken munchies. After making his way inside, he entered the meat cooler where he grabbed just a few scrumptious sausages. Now, we've all been drunk, and we all know that when the booze takes over, we want two things: food and sleep. And Ricardo was no different. After firstly making his way to the exit, he re-entered the building and decided to get comfortable in the office for a little nap. He was then awoken by employees who arrived the next morning ready to start work. They found him with his feet kicked up on the desk, very much at home, and probably dreaming of a big sausage smorgasbord. He was later charged with criminal trespassing. It is unknown whether Ricardo was allowed to keep the sausages and which type his drunken mind opted for. It's important to look good. We can't all go around wearing the same clothes every day. Pregnant Danielle Saxton felt this compulsion a little bit too much, so instead of waiting for her next paycheck, she made the ditzy decision to simply steal some new garments and jewelry from her local boutique. When the 27-year-old arrived home with her loot, it was photo time. She and her pals took a few snaps of a little modeling session in which she posed wearing the very best of her bargains. She swiftly posted the images on Facebook, and like any self-respecting member of today's social media society, she added one as her profile picture. When the clothes store appealed online to find the thief, keen-eyed locals contacted the store to report Danielle's brand new wardrobe. Most stupidly of all, one of the stolen pieces was a unique and distinctive fluorescent leopard print dress, so it didn't take long to confirm that she was indeed the light-fingered thief. Danielle was arrested and charged.
Oh, you steal and then you post it.
Cabs are useful for two things: a quick ride to another place.
If you're gonna steal stuff, if you're gonna do stuff illegal, or why post it? Why get caught up in the process? Don't get caught up. You might as well have told them, hey, I did it. You could just kept the stuff, under wraps. Don't take pictures of it. Hold on to it for a while and then take pictures of it. Just wear it around. Don't act on it, because why would you do that? Like, why go out to display yourself? Just like that girl, she decided telling herself with pictures. Like, why would you do that to YouTube? People are gonna find you out. Don't incriminate yourself if you're gonna do something illegal. Just don't do illegal stuff anyway. Just wait, or go donate blood. If you need some money for something, go donate blood. Go panhandle. Ask somebody for something. Ask a family member, could you borrow the money? If you don't want to do that, or sell some stuff that you already have. If you don't have the money at all, you can always go and go collect recyclables. Ask family members if you could do odd jobs. Don't do illegal stuff and get caught.
And a handy holdup to earn some extra cash. One charmless man decided to climb into the back of a cab, gun in hand, and demand that the driver hand over all his money.
Hey, give me all your money, man. Man, I don't. Give me everything you got. Give me it now. All right. I need it now.
He's just like a bunny.
The easy way.
Is that a bunny? I think it's a bunny.
Keep your hand where I can see him. I just started. What else you got? I just started. Wallet.
Unfortunately for the gunman, the cab driver had just started his day at work and was in possession of a measly $11. Not quite the jackpot scoop he was probably expecting. It'll buy you a coffee or two, but it's not quite enough to retire to the Bahamas like a gang lord kingpin. During the robbery, CCTV footage overhears the gunman tell the driver to hand the cash over if you don't want to die. A few seconds later, he then tells him, "I'm not gonna hurt you." Talk about mixed messages.
easy way, man. Let me see your wallet and let me see your phone. I need it all right now if you don't want to die, man. Okay, I got anything in my wallet. I'm not gonna hurt you. Just give me everything you got. Sir, I don't have anything in my...
The crook's luck soon goes from bad to worse. As it turns out, the vehicle behind the cab is a cop car. The cop casually walks up to the cab and nonchalantly arrests the criminal.
There's a cop behind us. There's a cop behind us.
That's ironic.
Lifesaver. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Poor guy. I know the cab driver's going through the motions.
18-year-old Victor Martinez Herrera faces up to 10 years in prison.
Okay. Riddle me this. How does he get less time than the chick that was on YouTube showing that she robbed a store? How? This dude was at gunpoint and he was stealing money and he got less years than her. I guess bank robbers get a longer sentence than someone that held up somebody in a taxi cab.
When looking for a low-cost alternative to an expensive disguise, there are a few options: stockings, balaclavas, a newly grown beard, the list goes on. But two dopey robbers in Iowa, after deciding to get drunk and rob a house, had a different plan. In order to disguise themselves, they daubed their faces with permanent marker. Yep, permanent marker. Matthew McNally and Joey Miller scribbled a bunch of lines and squiggles all over their foolish faces. One of them drew a beard and a mustache, while the other wisely opted for something apparently resembling a superhero mask. It is alleged that they chose their victim because one of the men believed that his girlfriend may have been having an affair with the homeowner. Police were called to the scene after someone reported that men with painted faces were about to rob a house. The officers stopped the car at gunpoint and discovered them in the vehicle with the bizarre and unusual drawings on their faces, and later joked about them having the worst disguise ever. The pair were charged with second-degree burglary.
Dumb. Beyond dumb.
To smash a car window, you need something hard, something durable, something sturdy. One Irish criminal and drug addict decided he fancied helping himself to a brand spanking new Mercedes, and step one in his well-crafted plan was to find an object and chuck it through the window of the car. So he did all the right things. He found a car, he put up his hood, and he found a brick, the perfect tool for smashing in a window. CCTV footage then shows him approaching the car and getting ready to unleash the fury. He throws the brick, his mind awash with images of wealth, happiness, and success. In just a few seconds, he'll be cruising along in his new steed, picking up chicks, making men jealous, leaving a trail of smoke in his wake. Unluckily for him, things don't go as anticipated. The brick rebounds off the car window, hits him in the head, and knocks him out cold. The footage shows him dropping to the ground and remaining there until discovered by the landlord of a nearby pub, who initially suspected him to be the unfortunate victim of a hit-and-run attack. At first, the criminal claimed that he was beaten up and left for dead, but when the landlord noticed dents in the bodywork of what turned out to be his car, it didn't take a genius for the truth to unfold. Maybe next time, he'll try using a sponge.
What? Why? What is wrong with these people?
When you're committing a crime, there's one golden rule: don't show your face. At criminal college, that's the first lesson. It's top of the list. It's the motto of the criminal. One robber obviously didn't read the how-to guide before embarking on his first ill-fated heist. The intelligent and sharp Rodney Knight Jr. broke into the family home of a journalist and his son and stole 2 laptops, $400 in cash, and a windproof winter coat. After arriving home, Rodney concocted a cunning plan. He decked himself out in his brand new coat, switched on one of the laptops, and took a picture of himself wearing the coat and flashing the cash. He then posted his picture on his Facebook, or so he thought. Unfortunately for the 19-year-old, he had actually posted the picture on the account of the boy from whom he had stolen. So when the boy's friends logged in on their profiles,
subscribe to their channel. Man. Dumb. Dumb criminals. Dumb criminals. How? Why? Don't commit crimes. Especially if you don't want to get caught. Because obviously they wanted to get caught doing it on, perfectly in front of cameras. They're not aware of CCTV or you know, you're going to go and tell on yourself by wearing the outfit and taking pictures of it, or by showing yourself, oh, I did it, and happy about it, or trying to steal an ATM and then screwing it up. What the heck? I don't even think, but he didn't do it. Well, he just broke it and broke their glass and stuff. So, you know, not okay. Don't commit crimes if you don't want to get caught. Don't do the crime if you don't want to do the time. That's basically what it is. So, tell me your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next video. So, bye guys.